Thomas Conrad.
It was a somber start to the second session of Maine's 131st legislature today as the victims of October's shooting in Lewiston were honored in both the House and the Senate. Good evening, everyone. I'm Samantha York in for Amanda Hill.
And I'm Brian Yacono. The Lewiston mass shootings, in which 18 people died, 13 others were injured, led to calls for new gun safety laws. Before lawmakers even returned to their seats, hundreds of Mainers filled the State House this morning for a rally in support of stronger gun laws. Sam Rogers is live in our studio tonight with a look at what happened on this first of what will likely be many days of discussions about guns in Augusta. Right, Sam?
Yeah, Brian, that's exactly how it's looking. Now, organizers with the Maine Gun Safety Coalition say they handed out more than 700 orange ribbons today to display support of strengthening our gun laws. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle agree that there are solutions out there while not infringing on Mainers' rights. One speaker during this morning's rally, Arthur Barnard, the father of Arthur Strout, who was killed during the Lewiston mass shooting.
He was supposed to leave with me because we left his car home. He says, "Dad, I just want to play a couple more games with my friend." I hadn't driven a mile when I got the call.
An emotional message to begin the legislative session.
That we can save lives. We just have to be willing to meet halfway.
The Maine Gun Safety Coalition holding this press conference Wednesday.
I think there's an urgent need right now to pass gun safety laws.
The coalition announcing its legislative priorities, including background checks for all gun sales, a red flag law, and an assault weapons ban. Proposals sure to get pushback from gun lobbyists.
They believe that assault weapons are any type of semi-automatic weapon, which would decimate the ability of Mainers to hunt.
Laura Whitcomb is the president of Gun Owners of Maine. She says while the Lewiston mass shooting was tragic, Maine's yellow flag law should have been used to prevent it.
We need to enforce the laws that are on the books.
It is a vote.
Meanwhile, some lawmakers continue to work on crafting gun-related legislation.
You know, there's so many things we could do. Gun violence is such a complex issue.
Representative Vicky Dudera is the founder of the Gun Safety Caucus. She says legislators want to do what's right for Maine, and that could take time.
Now that we've had some mass shootings, it becomes even more urgent. So I really feel hopeful this session that we'll accomplish a lot of good things.
Representative Donald Ardell, a Republican, says he wants to defend the rights of the people, and that includes the Second Amendment.
And make sure that any legislation that is passed is consistent with their constitutional rights.
He sits on the Criminal Justice and Public Safety Committee and says he wants to look at other factors that are often associated with mass shootings, like the one in Lewiston.
And focusing on the potential actual problems, which could include the influence of psychoactive drugs or mental health, is very, very important.
Now, Republican Representative John Andrews told us last night that he plans to propose a yellow alert system bill, which would alert gun dealers to not sell guns to someone wanted by police or who is in crisis. And Representative Dudera, who you heard from, adds she is planning to propose legislation that would allow Mainers to voluntarily put themselves on a do not sell to list if they are having a mental health crisis. Brian and Samantha, lawmakers are also waiting to hear from that independent commission tasked with investigating the Lewiston mass shooting.
Sam Rogers live in our studio tonight. Sam, our thanks to you.